they say in Kenya. And we took it, we own it. Like some people are asked us the capital of Africa.
Greetings. So anyway, welcome to Trudy Renegade Against Colorism. I know that you all already know that Jamaica has been hijacked, seized by hijacked and taken Jamaica as their own from the Jamaicans. Kenyan women. Kenyan women. What about Maya? When Maya was bought by his Kenyan woman, by his wife, Miss Trudy. The Kenyan women have hijacked Jamaica. They have alighted on Jamaican soil. Okay? You see these horses back there?
The car, they actually quit. Others are right there. So now you have to take care. You see it has a peak right there.
But anyway, they have alighted on Jamaican soil, claiming it as theirs. Dee Mwango says she'll never leave, but she's already planning to leave. Alright, she said it enough times. Dee Mwango, guys, will soon be leaving Jamaica. But in the meantime, Miss Trudy, African Tigress, Miss Trudy along with the husband, the big timer, Wodamaya, African Tigress, has followed Dee Mwango to Jamaica. And of course, we all want to put Ayamara down. But who came first? Ayamara came first, guys. Ayamara has been to Jamaica for the past, since 2018 when he first landed. Came back last year and he made the way for his sister, and now Miss Trudy, African Tigress, the husband of Miss Trudy, they all followed. So, yeah, Ayamara set the path. So what do we have to say about this new seizure of Jamaica by Kenyan women? Well, it's a good thing because they're YouTubers, so they are going to bring tourism to Jamaica. They are showing people that Jamaica is safe and the land that we all love, or that Jamaica is something else, okay? And the good thing about it, because I am Trudy Renegade Against Colorism, so I will be observing these things. The good thing about the entrance of these African women YouTubers in Jamaica is that they have turned the tables away from what they were doing before, okay, which is attracting tourism to Europe, making Africans feel like European countries and Asian countries were the perfect places to be on earth, okay? Making Africans and blacks feel like they were inferior to themselves as well as to others. So they have finally turned the table by their entry into Jamaica. Ace, my brother, my Haitian quote-unquote brother, don't really want to acknowledge that sell-off as a brother, okay? But he has been showcasing Latin American countries with mixed race people, all right? European countries. But the entry of these African YouTubers into Jamaica is creating a new story. And I like the fact that they may have put their heads together and finally realized how you're going to change things better for the blacks. You have to promote your fellow blacks. Okay, the only problem is it looks like they might be turning towards Latin America instead of turning towards the other black countries, because Wodamaya has been to a lot of mixed race countries like Trinidad and Tobago. These are all mixed race countries. Jamaica is also very mixed. You know, most Jamaicans you find in the US, they are mixed blood. So I challenge these YouTubers who are claiming that Jamaica is safe and all to come to Haiti, the first black republic. I dare you. Dini Haiti Naptanu, especially since their government had supposedly planned to give help to Haiti. So we're waiting for them in Haiti to come and make a change because Haiti is a very racist country. They don't like to hear the word Africa. They don't like to be assimilated with Africa, even though they will accept it because when it's good, when it's a compliment. But I remember when I was Haitian SA president, as soon as I added the African club, everybody felt insulted. The African essay, okay? And I knew why, because of their colors. So I'm asking these girls to come to Haiti and make a difference. Dee, go and show them how to cook in the country. All right, we're in the country where I was born at. I was from the countryside. Okay? So we're waiting for you guys in Haiti, not the Dominican Republic. Because if you go to the Dominican Republic, again, you are supporting colorism. All right, come to Haiti and help us fight against colorism. Et si m't'avais chanté la joie, et si m't'avais taillé bandala, conte-nous une belle histoire. Nous tout t'avons demandé une joie, pour faire tout pousser tout pied bois, pour jouer la go cacher les soirs. On chantait Akaïka, Akaïka. On chantait Akaïka, Akaïka. Barbecued in my own backyard, yucca from growing in my own backyard. Thank you, Jesus. I finally got help for my yard. I just have those big old shrubs to get rid of. Hopefully this guy will help me. He's been here since 8:30 in the morning, helping me. And guys, I wanted to show you how to make real fire from wood. Look at this. I have myself a whole oven going on here. An entire oven. Okay? And let fuego, the fire. You can cook in here, man. I see Dee Mwango going everywhere in Jamaica by the rivers. You see in the backyard, the thing is, I realize that these branches up here, they actually create some kind of a closure for the fire. It's been there for over an hour and they haven't burned down, and everything else, you just burn it in here in el horno, like they say in the Spanish language. Guys, so this is what we're doing. We're doing an outdoor fire. All right, we're containing it because if we don't contain it, the ambulance and the firefighters are gonna come here. So we gotta contain it. So I guess that the branches are really doing a great job containing it. I learned from Dee Mwango about the 3 rocks for containing. I don't know if you guys can see my 3 rocks down here. So I have my rocks. All right, doing my fire, learning how to do outdoor and to live in the country as if I were in Haiti. I don't need to go to Kenya. By the way, I am waiting for Dee Mwango to go to Haiti and do some outdoor cook fire. I am daring those YouTubers who are trying, like especially GOOBYE. We need a GOOBYE in Haiti.
So he DM'd you on Instagram. And do you know where he was at? No. World Championship. Really? Beijing. Yeah.
I was in China that time, man.
Yeah. It was a good look.
Oh my goodness. So I actually DM'd him when I was in China.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I love the good look.
That's so funny.
Oh wow.
Another Ghanaian guy.
Oh
yeah.
Mommy's friend.
There's a Ghanaian community here. Oh really? President of the Ghanaian community.
Oh wow. Okay, if you want to unite black people, I need GOOBYE in Haiti. I don't know about Kenyans going to Haiti because they're just going to exacerbate the problem with colorism. Because even this Ace guy,
You see, like, people always, like, try to figure out how I'm able to even date this girl. And it's simple, okay? Well, there's a couple of factors, obviously, right? I'm financially able to have her around. What I mean by that is, like, you know, huh? Ooh. What that mean is, life is good.
Who, by the way, I noticed that Ivan Tour met with Ace.
Ace life over here. Yo, I'm in Medellin.
Ace is a sellout, man. My own Haitian brother, he's a sellout. He has himself this white Colombian girlfriend.
I'd be quick to trust a pretty face. Ahora, yo comer cuando tú comer. She asked me if I'm gonna eat like right now. I'm gonna eat when she eats. She knows that I don't eat when if she cooks. I eat when she eats. Right? And
so you don't trust this girl so that you would eat her food without her. You want to make sure that she trusts the food in order for you to eat it. Why are you dating a girl you don't trust like that? I mean, she could do you harm. I noticed that Ace has been dating this girl for a while. He went to several places with her. I don't follow Ace that closely to see, like, how the real depth of this relationship, but he's been around with her for a long time and he doesn't trust her. I mean, I get it. Like, we Haitians, we can't trust people. In Haiti, they poison your food and all kinds of stuff. And this is why when I and Myra, for example, was with the Matuas, I was glad that Mr. Matua always sat down and ate with him so that he could eat in peace and with ease, especially when you're away from your home. You don't have access always to a stove to be able to make your own food. And, you have to rely on people to properly handle food and, trusting people so that you could eat. So, I mean, what he's doing is smart because, hey, but still.
Someone asked how much is she spending on me? I'm spending on her. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. All right, I got no shame to my game. I take care of my women. All right. I used to be a bad boyfriend. Somewhere there's a girl in Miami that can agree to that. And when I got older, I said, man, I'm not gonna be that type of dude anymore. Like, act like I can't be there for my girl. You know what I'm saying? I know for a lot of you guys, y'all can't understand that. Some of you guys are just worried about yourself. But I'm not the type of guy in a relationship like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I take care of whoever I'm with. You know what I'm saying? So that's the perk when you with your boy, Ace.
My whole point is we are so much at ease when we stop discriminating against our own and are able to love our own. That's all I'm saying. But hey, you might find, a trustworthy white Colombian woman. Or you might not, But the thing is, when you live your life, I mean, don't you want to live your culture? Why is it that Haitians hate their culture so much, Not only their, I mean, Haitians are just colorist, period, They just want to be white. They like whiten the race. Para mejorar la raza, like, the Spanish people say. But it's a shame. This is Ace, I mean, Ace is the same. He's no different from Maya Mara. And he might be even worse because he admits to doing a girl wrong. Now, we don't know if it's a Spanish girl because, in Miami, there are lots of Spanish girls. Or if it was a Haitian girl that he did wrong like that. He never said that, So when he says something about, oh, I take care of my woman, you don't take care of your women, Ace, because if you took care of your women, that is to say that you are taking care of the women from where you're from. You're taking care of foreign women. So it's not like you're taking care of your women. I get it. You paid your mother's mortgage off a few years back with your YouTube money. And I remember you bought your sister like huge cash, and your sister happens to be a teacher like me and working for the same school district as I am. So that's awesome. But really, Ace, when you're thinking of your women, the women of where you're from, these are your women. The women of your community, these are your women. You're not taking care of your women. You are going and taking care of other people's women. and then claiming, and then of course taking these women as yours, and you're diverting away from your national origin, if you will. I mean, when they talk about diversity, guys, there is a catch to diversifying. It's almost like I am wrong for noting and pointing out the problem with colorism and the nuances of colorism when people go out and venture into other races. And what about the wrongness when the problem of the mixing of other races come in, to destroy those who are oppressed within the race that they're running away from? Nobody acknowledges that. You see, because the idea is, they are creating diversity. So then you are wrong for saying that. You're racist for saying that. But why am I saying that in the first place? Is it because I was oppressed? Okay. I remember when I worked at a Haitian school, a school like, the principal was Haitian, the majority was Haitian because it was within the community where my mother lived. And I ended up being in a Spanish school. But in that school, there were so many little nuances. There was this white Haitian woman. This is about the racism when you go and you you better your color, you lighten your color. But this woman was pure like white. I don't know if she was from the Syrian race or from a mulatto race, but she was white. Her husband was white. They were all Haitians, and they're very well to do. And she was a teacher. But I guess this woman was my mother's age, so nonetheless, she was in a classroom across from mine, and I already know about Haitians being racist, so I would always smile, and I was super young at the time. That was about 12 years ago. So I would always smile at her, and anyway, we would enter and have our students enter and things like that in our classroom. And one day, I guess, because I never exchanged words with her, because just smile, politeness, never exchanged words with her. So one day, she came into my classroom during my planning period, and she told me something. It was like she just manifested what I already knew. But now it was like an insult. Like, she was trying to insult me for being black. But in order for her to do so, she used it as if as if she was giving me counsel. So if I were to say, hey, that woman was a racist, everybody would say, no, she was only helping you out. But obviously the woman was racist. So the white Haitian woman came into my classroom and she was giving me advice about never letting a student in my classroom when I'm alone, make sure there's always somebody there. So good advice, right? But you have to realize that I already had 10 years of experience as a teacher. I didn't have these problems. So when she came to give me the advice as if I was a new teacher who didn't know better, and my 10 years of experience as a teacher, I worked with a lot of African Americans at a Spanish school, and they always gave me advice, but they never came to that far trying to, it's almost like jinxing you. When by them speaking it, if you take it as offense, then it will happen to you. Because down here, the schools are they're threats. It's almost like they can take anything and twist it and then destroy your life. So you have to know your rights. You have to know your rights in order to protect yourself, because somebody who is racist can come and they can twist something because you are going to identify them as racist so that they can identify you as a criminal, as the black criminal. So she came to give me that advice, and she's like, oh, if this ever happened to you, not even soap can clean you. This is where she was trying to say. I can imagine that this woman had rehearsed this, how she was gonna come. I mean, she planned it because she knew my planning period. She was right across the hall from me. She was a French teacher, Oh, no soap in the world can clean you. So that was what she wanted to say in the first place. She wanted to call me the dirty black woman. And her daughter actually was 2 or 3 rooms down the hall from me. She was a history teacher, and she had a white Haitian husband with a little baby. And I remember how it's like when the little baby would run down the hall, I don't know for what, maybe open house or something, she was, how Haitians are when you're not of class to them, it doesn't matter what degree you have, just what you look like. You may not be of class to them. What they will do is like, you can't, like their babies cannot come near you. And kids are innocent. They don't have any idea. They will run to anybody, Okay, but their kids can come near you, whatever. And it's like, while in my previous school, I was the teacher of all of the administrators, all of the people who had kids. I mean, there were all kinds of people, even the racist Dominicans that we know, but actually it was a female. So, the women do not necessarily exhibit the racism that the Dominican males exhibit, as do the Haitian males, the Haitian men, because they scorn you as a dark-skinned Black woman. And so in my previous school, I was a teacher of just about everybody who worked there. And these people were always so grateful, the teachers themselves, always grateful to me for teaching their kids. But here in this Haitian school, I was actually teacher to many people that my mother knew, within her community, because the school was within her community. But it was strange to how your fellow faculty members treated you like that because of color. And so in this very school, as they surplused me so that I was forced to go to back to the Spanish school, they would be sending me emails like, bleach, for my classroom. You see, these are called subliminal messages, so that they were insulting you. And of course, when I left that school, I never got those emails offering me bleach anymore. So there you go. There you have it. This is the racism in the Haitian community. And here Ace is not promoting Blacks like he may appear to be, because his choice is of a white Colombian woman like Martelly. Apparently these light-skinned Haitians, like they're Colombian women, and then they take these women to Haiti to become president and leaders to rule over our dark-skinned Black Haitian women. And that's the problem with Haiti that I've been showing. And this is why I am Claudine Etienne against colorism, because colorism is a major factor in the political system of Haiti. So why are you going to tell me not to talk about colorism? I am being oppressed because of the light-skinned women of Black Haitian men. This is what I'm saying about colorism. Why couldn't he get himself a black? I guess, if he's light-skinned people, they think that they're better than us. So, okay, he could have gotten himself a light-skinned Haitian woman. But no, he's got what he calls pretty is a white Colombian girl. After having all those different types of Black Colombians that he's been showcasing, now it's a white Colombian girl. Colorism everywhere. But anyways, guys, just thought I would show you guys my little bonfire here as I clean out my yard. Thank you for all who was praying for me with this yard business. It's been quite an ordeal with me. And even this guy, I think he's tired. He's been here since 8:30 in the morning. It's now 1:30 going on 2 o'clock. So I still have all those shrubs to do. I am praying that he comes and does it, because he's talking about getting rid of the trash as if he's ready to go. So I'm just praying, that he will do them, knowing that it's part of the package deal. It's called a full clean out of the yard. That means these have to go too. But let's see what happens, guys, and I'll come back to finish my reaction. This is how to make barbecued yuca. I wish you can smell it. This is the ones that have not yet been barbecued. You see my yuca? From my own backyard and barbecued in my own backyard. Check out my outdoor barbecue after cleaning my yard. Wow, back in Haiti, man. Always wishing to be. Chanter la joie, et si m'tavle taille bandala, conte nous yon belle histoire. Nous tout va demander yon joie, pour faire tout pousser tout pied bras, pour jouer la go cacher les soirs. Man chante Barbecued in my own backyard. Yucca from growing in my own backyard. YouTube family, remind me, Remy. I remember today. I need to thank you because you read my wonderful keyboard reactors and you help show what I'm trying to say, because fighting against colorism is not an easy task. One of the things that happen when you're fighting against colorism is a lot of people are going to come and call you a liar. So you have to provide evidence, and of course, when you provide the evidence, is that then they tell you that you're stealing other people's work. And this is what it is to be a minority in a situation. This is what it is when you are under attack and you're asking for help. And let me use the Holocaust, I guess. The Jews, when they were under attack, nobody, like a lot of people were not helping them, because they did not yet come for them. So remind me, Remy, you are fighting, you're helping me fight against colorism, because a lot of people don't realize when they don't come for you, they come for somebody else if that person is asking for help, and you try to hide in your safe corner, and then a lot of the times you guys are like the people who come in, my keyboard reactors, who come for me. They don't realize that someday they will come for you too. And that's what colorism does, okay? Because I found a video in my stream where somebody came and she was talking about colorism and her experience of it. And it's like, I'm like, okay, that sounds like a video that I did, but she didn't give me credit for it, okay? I give credit to my reactors, to the people that I react against. Guys, this is where I had found the birds not too long ago. Here's one of them roaming the street. There was a lot of them that day. But she didn't give credit, and this is one of the things. But nonetheless, there's an added irony to her not giving credit. So she was talking about colorism against her, and the idea of the colorism was that she was married to this British white guy. I'm like, who's colorist here? Between the people who you are claiming or you? Or did you even watch my video because it came on your live like yours came on mine, and now you want to use colorism, whereas you don't even seem to understand that you are a colorist? Like, you couldn't find a black Kenyan guy to fall in love with. Why did you run to a white man? You know what I mean? So they didn't come for you, okay? So you're running. Don't destroy this is one of the things that they do, is they take the very thing you're fighting against, they make it theirs, and then they will turn it against you. Because the colorism will lead to racism. How? There's this idea of divide and conquer, because when they come for one at a time. They don't come for the whole group to destroy. Like, they may come in your family and they're gonna select the women or the men who are colorist, okay? Like an imperialist, okay? They will come in your family, they will select a man and a woman who are colorist. They can marry them, have kids with them, and then they will engender the future and creating that racism, because they will come one at a time. And even so, through marriage, they can destroy the rest of the family. And you think, oh, but they love me, they have kids with me, right? Through marriage, because they may have realized that you don't like yourself. You're a racist, all right? You wouldn't give a black family a chance. So they come through you. And sometimes what ends up happening is, maybe if you awaken to it, the next thing we hear is divorce, okay? When you awaken and say, oh my God, I gotta help those others or whatever, or maybe something happened to you. Usually we don't do anything about anything unless something happens to us. And that's when all of a sudden you're fighting against colorism. But while you are quote unquote fighting against colorism, you are still fighting against those black people that you are oppressing, who never escaped to the white guy. I don't know if any of you know what I'm talking about here. But so there is irony in colorism in the sense that those who go and marry white, is it because they were colorist in the first place, or is it because they are escaping colorism, and therefore this is not bossy and therefore creating a society where there is gonna be that racism. You know what I mean? And them themselves thinking that, oh my God, I'm better than so and so because right now I'm British. Okay, so the whole thing. So the idea is that you are coming to fight colorism with the so-called British. It's like, what are you doing? You are showing them what they don't like. Are you going to fight with the same weapon that the enemy is fighting you? Or are you going to be able to do the opposite of divide and conquer? That is unity. The force is in unity. Okay? So once they take you, they take the Myras, they take the Dee Mwangos, okay? And the remaining little Africans who still want to be Africans have to fight against the imperialists. Okay? Now they don't have to fight colorism anymore. Now they're fighting racism, and colorism comes and empowers racism. Okay, and they no longer have power, and all of a sudden you start crying that you start crying like apartheid is in Kenya. You guys are lucky apartheid didn't get to Kenya. All right, but even in apartheid, there's still those that say, well, I'm a maroon, or I'm brown skinned. Okay, so since I'm brown skinned, okay, so they don't put me at the bottom, so it's okay. So then you go and you fight against the blacks, and this is what's happening here. Okay, those who come against me as I fight colorism, you are not listening to what I'm doing. You claim that I'm stealing Dee Mwango's thing. I am not stealing Dee Mwango's content. There are millions of, not millions, but thousands, hundreds. There are at least hundreds to thousands of reactors out there reacting on Dee Mwango. And I, the dark-skinned black woman, okay, fighting against colorism, have the same right to react and to write. It is called freedom of speech. I have the same right to react as any of you. Some of you are reactors. All right, be it you're positive reactors or negative reactors, but you still react. All right, some of you may be those who collaborate with Dee Mwango. Okay, so you feel as if just because you collaborate with Dee Mwango, so I cannot go ahead and fight my thing, get my voice heard. Your voice is supposed to be heard as you continue promoting colorism, and I cannot use the content to show the evidence of colorism. I will continue using the content to show the evidence of colorism because it is evidence. Okay, and this is the same way that when we try to speak within our communities, we are so oppressed and so hated by our own blacks that we are not even allowed to speak. Okay, they are intelligent at finding ways to stifle us from speaking. And so all of a sudden, once upon a time, I wasn't, because of my black color and my oppressed state, I wasn't even allowed to be on YouTube because I'm not the social type. Okay, and they would put you down. You think like all of those horrible things you're telling me, YouTube doesn't see it because YouTube is in America. America understands discrimination. So a lot of you guys who are writing those discriminatory comments, yes, it is seen what you're doing. So, and you're actually helping me because you are giving the evidence of the process and the system of colorism. So I'm not deleting it. YouTube deletes what they want, and you know what they don't delete will stay. Because since I first started YouTube, before I even was using YouTube as a channel, I just was using it as a storage place. People, because I had 50,000 views, people ended up coming to tell me all kinds of stuff that were pretty negative. Hello, how are you? No, I'm making a video on something. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so people used to come on YouTube and tell me negative things because I was not allowed to have that word. Okay? But I let it stay. Why? Because guess what? That was my evidence. Because in reality, they hide the evidence. They hide the evidence, and I never could come and speak against what the racism and the colorism. So I now find a means of evidence, and you guys are providing plenty with those some of those comments. And I do think the people who do give me the support, okay, that is so helpful. Okay, because you are the ones who are coming out there and say, you know what, I am listening to you. I am listening to your strive against colorism, and I'm going to help you fight against it. I'm going to help you fight the Nazis. So I really appreciate those who are helping me fight the Nazi Germany system that I live in. The irony after irony, in order to create division and conquest, and through division and conquest, we never really learn the force is unity. Today they come for me. Tomorrow they might come for you. Even if you are married with a British. Okay? I've seen. Okay? That does not make you better than me. Okay? And it doesn't make it any better. It doesn't make it any better. It is not a British person who's going to empower you. Empowerment comes from self-love. It's like Whitney Houston says, the greatest love is all inside of me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. Because the greatest love of all is easy to achieve. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. I remember long ago, I promised me never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fall, if I succeed, etc., etc. So this is it. There is a unique voice here. This is the voice of Claudine Etienne against colorism. And those of you who do not know what criticism is, maybe try writing a paper. To write a paper, you have to read something or maybe watch something and then you critique it. When you critique something, you need to provide evidence. And usually you put it in quotation marks when you write, okay? So when you do a video, you cite the evidence, okay? And you put it there. That is what literary criticism is. And this is what today, in today's social media society, what we call a reaction. Thank you for helping me fight against colorism. I had a really an awesome comment also in the last video I posted. I know that I wasn't thinking well because I thought, oh my God, you know, I was assuming everybody had an idea of who Dee Mwango was, what was going on, and I made a very abstract video, so it was a little bit confusing for some people because I put too much in it, you know. I put the song thing going on and the whole thing about, you know, people, let's give them something to talk about there because, you know, we know that the Mara is always saying that we're talking about them, and the whole thing that Dee seems to be on a quest for love. So that's why I did the whole theme with this, give them something to talk about. At the same time, the theme of my fight against colorism never waned because, I mean, again, we are seeing, is she learning to be more respectful towards black men? Has she stopped mocking black men? And is she starting to embrace herself as a black woman? So that's my theme. And yes, Dee is a character. Okay, yes, she's human. We know that she's he's a real human. But this is film. You know, it's a new genre of film. Social media is a new genre of film, but it is still film, and in film we learn that we do have the freedom of speech. Some people don't realize the freedom of speech. That means you can come and you can criticize, and you can come and you can use that as the evidence that I need in my fight against colorism. Thank you, all of you who come to watch me. There are a lot of you guys who are coming back. You guys have brought me so far, and I thank you. We all need a motor. Okay, sometimes some comments that I see, you know, they make me forget, or they strive to make me forget that I do have a motor out there who is pushing me. And I thank those of you guys who are coming back and fighting. Remind my memory, Remy. Thank you so much. I remember you this time because you were what a keyboard reactor you were for me for my video on I Am Myra. I so appreciate that. I so appreciate it. God bless you. God bless you in our struggle against colorism. Thanks for watching.